Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be discussing the documents required when you go for your US visa interview and what are the things allowed inside when you go in, what are the things allowed and not allowed, and we will also discuss about the questions asked during the interview. So 3 major points. I will move with the first point, which is like documents required. I've noted down everything on a notebook, so I will just discuss that. So first is your DS-160 confirmation page. You need to print that and carry with you when you go for your interview. Second is your passport, very important thing. Everyone should carry that. And you should carry a photo, right? That specifications are mentioned on the US visa appointment website. The further documents will depend upon your status. Either you are a PR holder, either you are on your work permit, either you are a student holding a study permit. If you are a student, you need to carry study permit, your graduation certificate if you have any, or your offer letter from the college, right? Study permit is very important. Your offer letter from college is like you can carry it as a support, right? In case they ask for it. So you should be prepared, right? Other thing is, if you are on work permit, then you should carry your work permit, which is very important. And you can also carry the employment letter as a support. In case they ask for it, then you need to provide. Usually they don't, but you can carry it, right? And some people say that you can carry pay stubs as well to prove that you are actually working at a certain place, at a certain position. So these are the major or very important things to carry. And now I will discuss the things which are not allowed when you go inside during for your interview, right? The first thing, phones are not allowed. Any keychains are not allowed. Any bags are not allowed. If you are a parent and you have a toddler, then you are not allowed to take a stroller inside, right? And one important thing, they do not provide locker services. They won't provide anything or any place to keep your stuff. There might be some shops or some other places where you can keep your stuff. They might charge you $15 to $20, but that you need to figure out before you go inside. Or you can go with someone or keep your stuff in car and or hand it over to someone who is with you, right? I have heard a story where husband and wife were there for an interview and their interview time was exactly the same, but they had a toddler. So officers suggested them by going one by one so that one can carry a child and whatever stuff they were having, right? So one more question to answer here is what is the time for the interview? It might take 10 minutes, it might take hour or more than that, depending upon the line or the queue you are standing in. And I've heard that people went there, for example, at 8:30 and they were out at 8:40. It just took 10 minutes for them for the whole interview thing. So it totally depends. There's no certain time I can tell you. And one more thing, you're not even allowed to wear a belt. For the security purposes, they will ask you to remove a belt if you're wearing one. I believe I have discussed most of the documents and things allowed and not allowed. Now I will discuss about the questions asked. What are the questions that they ask in an interview? First question would be how long you are living in Canada. If you are like Canadian living in Canada, they will ask you how long you are living in Canada. Second question would be where do you work and what is your position? Next question might be did you lose your passport? I have heard this question from someone. They were having a second passport as their first passport expired. So they asked a question, did you lose your passport, first passport? So you just need to explain that this is my second passport as my first passport just expired. And they will ask you the purpose of visit to US. You can say, I just want to go to explore with my friends and anything, whatever the reason is, right? And they might ask you if you have any relatives in US, any immediate relatives or friends. Or they might also ask for if you have any relatives in Canada If so, you reply yes, then they will ask what is their status, your status and their status, if they are PR, if they hold a work permit, if they are student, right? So you need to reply that. And they will ask you about your status in Canada. And they might also ask if your spouse have a US visa if you are married. Further questions might include how long you will stay in US and where do you plan to visit in US, right? So you will mention about the place where you want to visit and the time. Either you will go for 1 day, 2 days, or for a week. And further questions may include, are you going to apply for PR in Canada? This was the question asked for, like, I've heard someone saying this, that they were asked this question, are you going to apply for PR? They replied no, that I will go back to my home country and will use this experience over there. And they might also ask your long-term plans as well. If you reply to the questions up to the mark, then they will immediately disclose the result. Thus, congratulations, yes, your visa have been approved, right? So right away you will be able to know either it is approved or not. And one more question, what if you are going with someone as a helper or as a communicator, right? They don't know how to speak English, so you are going with them as a communicator. So they will ask you, what is the relationship between you and the person you are supporting? Either it might be your parents, your siblings, or anyone, right? So they will ask you about your status as well. What is the status in Canada? And where you want to visit, how long you want to visit. So these might be the questions they may ask you. I hope this video is helpful who are looking for this information, and you can share it with your friends and family members who are having their US visa appointment in the coming future. Thank you for watching this video.